He was the only one I had, and here I am right now. All I have is my unborn child.
Gripping testimony in Dane County Court from the wife of the shooting victim in the Middleton auto dealership as high bail is set for the suspect.
Also, a big choice for the Federal Reserve, what to do with interest rates. We'll have their decision and how it's going to affect your pocketbook.
And Dane County residents describe what a proposed rock quarry would mean for their neighborhoods. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Thanks for staying with us. We are learning new details about the victim of a shooting at a Middleton car dealership.
Family and friends have identified the man as Kausu Samba. In a statement, a family friend, Mohammed Al-Amin, said Samba was an outstanding member of the Gambian and Islamic community. He has immensely helped so many young people in Madison and would go out of his way to help others and was one of the kindest people you would ever meet in your life, is how he was described. Samba is also described as a family-oriented man who was brilliant and hardworking in every aspect of his life. A 23-year-old woman has been charged in the shooting death of Samba.
We are learning more about what happened at that dealership and the alleged shooter. Braden Ross has more details. Braden, what can you tell us?
Well, we know this all started with a dispute. We learned today it was over a car the shooter had leased from that dealership. 23-year-old Jakira Anderson is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and use of a dangerous weapon. She doesn't have any criminal history before this in Wisconsin or in Illinois, and a judge set Anderson's bail at $1 million after hearing an emotional statement from the victim's pregnant wife.
Your Honor, if you may give me a minute to speak, I don't think Jakira deserves to be bailed.
And I do
deserve it.
Now, court records say Anderson had been arguing with the victim, Kausu Samba, who worked at the dealership. When he asked her to leave, Anderson says it got physical, and police say that's when she shot him. Anderson told police the shooting was in self-defense and that she only meant to scare him, not to kill him. And we reported yesterday the victim was a beloved member of Madison's Gambian community. A preliminary hearing in the case is set for next week. We'll keep bringing you these updates in this case as we get them right here on News 3 Now and on channel3000.com.
Braden, thank you. Possibility of some snow for southern Wisconsin. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out on the weather patio with the first forecast. Hi, Gary.
Hi. In the short term, we could see some very minor snow accumulations tonight. It's Friday night into Saturday that bears a little more watching. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud tracking. You see lots of clouds across Wisconsin. Not much in the way of precipitation, though. There have been some showers, even some thunderstorms to our south, and it's possible that an isolated shower or thunderstorm could pop up over southern Wisconsin this evening, although most of the evening should be dry, according to 6-hour future track radar. But rain and snow showers in western Iowa will streak eastward and reach us later on tonight and could bring some minor snow accumulations. Current temperatures are pretty mild. Upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Janesville right at 50 degrees, 53 in Boscobel. Across Dane County, we're seeing temperatures upper 40s to lower 50s. 49 right now in Sun Prairie, 51 degrees in Cross Plains and 51 in Sauk City. But snow later on tonight could accumulate less than an inch, mainly from Madison northward, mainly on grassy areas with temperatures at or above freezing. Look for the skies to be mostly cloudy this evening, just an outside chance of a shower or an isolated thunderstorm. Temperatures dropping into the middle 40s. But later on, I'll take a look at that forecast for Friday night and Saturday. That bears some watching for heavier accumulations of snow.
All right, Gary, we'll check back in a little bit. Thank you. Investigators have identified a woman who was found dead after a fire at a Monona apartment complex last weekend. It happened on the 300 block of Owen Road last Saturday. 64-year-old Annette Dorenzo was pronounced dead at the scene. Additional testing is being done to try to determine how Dorenzo died. It's unclear what caused the fire. At least 70 people were displaced from their homes. Dane County authorities have identified a woman who was killed in a crash outside of Mount Horeb last week. 36-year-old Karen Chase was pronounced dead at the scene on Highway 151 last Friday. Officials say she was ejected from her vehicle when it rolled over. Investigators have shared few details about what caused the crash. The investigation continues.
In the legislature today, Republicans are working to get a series of crime bills over to the governor's desk.
And in a rare show of bipartisanship, a reckless driving bill has Democrats backing it. Political reporter Will Keneally is at the Capitol tonight to break it all down. Will?
Now, we've seen that bipartisan cooperation on reckless driving bills in the state legislature in the last couple of weeks. The Assembly passed a bill to double reckless driving fines, and this new bill in the Assembly and Senate today would let cities create ordinances to impound vehicles if an owner has unpaid reckless driving fines. Republicans introduced it, but the governor says that he is on board.
We want to send a message to the criminals, to the individuals who irresponsibly engage in this behavior.
Yeah, I think it's real important. This isn't just a Milwaukee issue. I mean, we see it in small town Wisconsin too. And so making sure that the people of Wisconsin understand they have some responsibilities.
Severe penalty
So the bill passed both chambers with support of Democrats, largely in Milwaukee, where it remains a pervasive issue. Madison has its own Vision Zero reckless driving initiative, but some Madison legislators, like Senator Kelda Roys, voted against the measure today. Roy says that she wants the penalties to focus on the crime itself, and that impounding the car could have unintended impacts on family members, for example, that rely on the car. Now, this was part of a broader package of legislation focused on crime today. We'll have more on that package coming up at 6 and how it will impact a ballot referendum coming up on your April 4th ballot. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
We will see you at 6, Will. Thank you. Workers at the Starbucks on Madison's Capitol Square went on strike today as part of a national day of action. Organizers say they are among more than 100 other stores across the country that are fighting for union recognition. The strike comes a day before the company's annual shareholders meeting. Starbucks Workers United have sent a letter to shareholders urging them to vote in favor of the assessment of worker rights commitment, which will be up for a vote at the meeting.
The Wisconsin Poor People's Campaign also rallied today. They went to the Capitol to voice concerns about a change they say will leave a number of Wisconsinites without Medicaid coverage. The federal government implemented measures in 2020 during the COVID pandemic to make sure Medicaid recipients kept health care coverage. Those measures are now coming to an end as part of the Consolidated Appropriations Act, and that means people could be pushed into unaffordable health care plans.
Everybody should have the kind of access, to health care that I'm very fortunate to be able to afford.
Department of Health officials say people currently enrolled in Badger Care Plus or other Medicaid programs will need to renew benefits between June of 2023 and May of 2024.
In a surprising move, the Manhattan grand jury hearing evidence in the hush money case against former President Trump canceled their meeting today. They were expected to meet and possibly consider an indictment against Trump for his alleged role in payments to adult film star Stormy Daniels. Allegations made against the former president say he may have falsified records to hide campaign finance violations in connection with the payments. A decision on charges is expected any day. Trump denies the affair and all wrongdoing.
New at 5, a citywide search is underway in Denver, Colorado, after police say a student shot 2 faculty members at the high school. One of the victims is in critical condition. The shooting happened at East High School in Denver. Investigators say the 18-year-old suspect is a student at the school and has been on a safety plan. That means he had to be patted down by school officials each day before class. During the search, they found a handgun. That's when several shots were fired and 2 school administrators were struck.
We will have 2 armed officers here at East until the end of the school year. We're looking forward to expanding that conversation to see how we can reestablish a relationship with presence at our schools, in particular our high schools.
Parents and students told officers the school is threatened and put into lockdown almost every other week. The school will be out of session until next week.
The Federal Reserve had a tough choice to make during its 2-day meeting in Washington: raise interest rates to fight inflation,
or keep them the same to ease the stress on banks and the economy. Skylar Henry has more on their decision.
The Federal Reserve announced it's raising interest rates by 1/4 percentage point to combat inflation.
We are committed to restoring price stability, and all of the evidence says that the public has confidence that we will do so, that we'll bring inflation down to 2% over time.
With the upheaval in the banking system, Fed Chair Jerome Powell said the Fed considered leaving rates unchanged, but settled on a lower rate increase.
In principle, as a matter of fact, you can think of it as being the equivalent of a rate hike or perhaps more than that. Of course, it's not possible to make that assessment today with any precision whatsoever.
Higher interest rates means it'll cost more to borrow money. That could cause some banks to pull back on loans, putting further strain on the economy.
If banks pull back on their lending and borrowing is lessened and individuals and businesses have less money to spend in the economy, we could see a slowdown that would lead to a recession.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen defended the recent decision to rescue even the uninsured depositors at 2 recently failed banks.
We took actions to protect all depositors at the 2 failed institutions and provide additional liquidity for banks. This was designed to mitigate risks to the banking system.
Chair Powell acknowledged that the banking upheaval would likely result in less lending and higher unemployment. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Washington.
And federal officials forecast they'll have to raise rates another 1/4 percentage point later this year, peaking at about 5 to 5 1/4 percentage points. Well, maybe time to roll up your sleeves again. The Food and Drug Administration is considering whether to recommend another bivalent booster shot to prevent COVID. The agency is thinking about approval for the shot for people at higher risk. It's unclear when the FDA will make its decision. Well, Gary has our forecast coming up next at 5.
Plus, why a Dane community is concerned about plans to build a quarry in their neighborhood. And later, Madison officials are changing the number of chickens that you can own at your own home. We'll have the details on that tonight at 6.
But first, a down day on Wall Street. With that Fed news, the Dow Industrial's down 530 points. The NASDAQ down 190. The S&P 500 off 65. And we'll be right back.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point. And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Every family is a little bit different, and we'd all love life to be a little bit simpler. No matter where you work or how hard you play, you need reliable appliances to help you conquer the inevitable hectic day. Whether you're optimizing space for the next great race or looking for a quiet place, Criterion appliances are ready when you are.
Come to Slumberland and get 20% off our beautiful new furniture and decor during our Spring Spruce Up event. We've got fresh new looks, like sleek new upholstery for your living area, plus extra discounts on recliners, patios, Sealy mattresses, and sectionals, including our new super versatile modular sectional. Get an extra 20% off Slumberland low prices during our Spring Spruce Up event right now at Slumberland Furniture. And check out our easy new mattress rating system to get you in your perfect bed.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point. And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Coming up at 6, major moves are being made in legislation to address public safety. Will Keneally breaks down the bills and what they mean for you. Then Madison raises the city's limit on backyard chickens. Why farmers are excited tonight at 6.
The candidates for Madison mayor face off. News 3 Now, channel3000.com, and the Cap Times present a debate between Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and challenger Gloria Reyes.
Watch live streaming Monday at 7 p.m. Replayed Tuesday at 4 on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Neighbors in the town of Dane have come together with concerns. They say talks about plans for a quarry to come to their area would create a slew of problems.
Our Catherine Merck explains their perspective and what's ahead for conversations with officials in the town.
The residents I spoke with say they do not want a quarry in their neighborhood in the town of Dane. They say it'll create safety problems, health issues, and be bad for the environment.
It threatens the wildlife in this area. It threatens the vista that we have around our home, and let alone the peacefulness that our whole entire neighborhood will be experiencing, because this is, like I said, where we live our daily lives.
Barb Taylor is one of the people I spoke with who has concerns about the plans for a quarry in her neighborhood. The town is still weighing Tri-County Paving's application and having conversations about the plan. Neighbors say the proposed quarry would cause large trucks to carry stone down these winding roads, which would not be easy for walkers. Nancy Roth says she walks outside often and says all these issues just mean that her home isn't the place for this kind of project.
We feel like this is just not a good location because of the danger of the road and how close houses are.
The plans to put this quarry in place have not been finalized yet. These neighbors say they're going to continue to attend meetings like one that's happening next week to be able to make their voices heard. Reporting in the town of Dane, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
And Catherine asked the town chairman about the conversations he's having with the contractors about the project. We'll hear from him coming up tonight at 6.
Let's get a look now at your first warn forecast. Kind of gloomy on this Wednesday, but Gary's looking ahead to the weekend as well. Hi, Gary.
Hi. Temperatures are about average for this time of year, but we'll see a change over the next couple of days. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Rain showers that will develop tonight, and could even see an isolated evening thunderstorm, will mix with snow overnight, but any snow accumulations will be minor with temperatures at or above freezing in most areas. But temperatures will turn colder. Look for chilly weather to begin tomorrow and last through all of next week. Average high temperatures should get up to around 50 by the end of next week, and we'll be below that every single day. And then we watch Friday night and Saturday for the potential for accumulating snow as a storm system moves through parts of southeastern Wisconsin. Now, as we look at Doppler track right now, there have been some showers and even a few thunderstorms to our south. So it's possible that we could see a shower or thunderstorm pop up at least close to the Wisconsin-Illinois state line this evening. And you see this on 6-hour future track radar. Again, the potential there. Farther to the west, these rain and snow showers will streak eastward and reach us overnight with the possibility for some rain or snow showers. Temperatures are pretty mild here, upper 40s to around 50, but notice to the north and west, those temperatures drop off, and the northwesterly winds that'll be moving in over the next few hours will start to bring that colder air southward and make it cold enough for a mix of rain and snow. Then we turn our attention to Friday night into Saturday. This is our thinking, snowfall potential, perhaps as much as 6 inches or more over parts of southeastern Wisconsin, maybe from Milwaukee southward into Racine and Kenosha counties, 3 to 6 inches through Walworth and Waukesha counties, and then about 1 to 3 inches from Madison to about Janesville, with little or no snow accumulations to the north and west. Now we'll widen this out, and again, it's a very narrow band, so a shift north or south in the storm system will make a big difference in the snowfall totals. And as far as the computer models are showing, well, this is the GFS computer model showing clouds moving in, precipitation initially in the form of rain. And here's the other problem. You know, how soon does this rain change over to snow? This is showing it happening on early Saturday morning, with snow continuing through Saturday morning and then winding down Saturday afternoon. Should that occur a little bit sooner, the snowfall amounts will be higher. If the rain holds on a little bit longer, then the snowfall amounts will be lower. The GFS computer model, again, pinpoints southeastern Wisconsin with heavy snow, a couple of inches in Madison with little to the north and west. The European computer model is farther northwest with a potential for several inches of snow through much of southern Wisconsin. And the NAM computer model, again, southeastern Wisconsin, less than an inch in Madison, and even less farther to the north and to the west. So planning your night, look for a low of 32 in Lone Rock, 32 in Baraboo. Again, a chance for a rain or snow shower overnight. Tomorrow's high 42. Any mix will end early, and then we'll see some sunshine in the afternoon. Planning your night, though, look for cloudy skies, a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm this evening, then those rain and snow showers moving in overnight with temperatures right around freezing. They'll move out pretty quickly tomorrow. Any snowfall amount should be less than an inch, but again, the snow on Friday night and Saturday, that bears a little more watching. Heavier snows over southeastern Wisconsin. First warn 7 to 10 day Saturday forecast, temperatures on the cool side. Again, once the snow ends on Saturday, assuming we have a couple of inches on the ground, that will keep temperatures chilly into at least the start of next week until we can melt the snow, and some chances for rain or snow showers. Have to wait now until Saturday of next week to get temperatures back up to around 50. As we check out your first warn traffic right now, things are looking pretty good. Here's the view of the Beltline of Monona Drive. Just a little heavier traffic on the eastbound side, but the flex lanes are taking care of that. Right now, a lot of green on the Beltline, just a little bit of a slowdown approaching Stoughton Road. Travel times right now about 15 minutes either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. 24 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. 16 minutes middle to Sauk City on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue takes you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Coming up, the CEO of Norfolk Southern faces tough questions on railroad safety as lawmakers propose stricter requirements for trains carrying hazardous materials. Details next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big spring thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our spring thaw sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Brothers Maine has been family-owned since 1938. Some of us were born into this family, and others chose to join through the years. Now, we know you can't replace family, but you can replace appliances, and Brothers Maine is here for you when one breaks down. Our in-house team has delivered ranges to washers to refrigerators to hectic households in a pinch, oftentimes the next day. Just because an appliance breaks down doesn't mean you have to. We're not big box. We're Brothers Maine, and we want you to feel like family here.
This is Matt Gunderson, and this is Elmer, our canine cuddle ambassador, here to provide good-natured, loving, fuzzy support to further our level of personal care. Someday you might meet Elmer as we assist you with an individual life celebration.
There were severe health complications with my baby when I was pregnant. We made the decision to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Dan Kelly doesn't believe that women should even have that freedom. On the Supreme Court, Dan Kelly will uphold the criminal ban on abortion. Someone you love might struggle with a pregnancy like I did. And that's why we can't have an extremist like Dan Kelly on the Supreme Court.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosures.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. And current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high-output engine. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Federal Aviation Administration is calling on airlines to address several recent close calls on or near runways. The FAA has released an aviation safety call to action. It urges carriers to reinforce adherence to published processes and procedures. Airlines are called to evaluate information collected through their safety management processes, identify hazards, and increase and improve safety communications with employees. So far this year, there have been 7 close calls on U.S. runways.
Norfolk Southern's CEO returned to Capitol Hill today to face more questions on the railroad's safety record. Residents in East Palestine, Ohio, continue to deal with the fallout from last month's derailment. Nicole D'Antonio has the story.
I'm here to put a face on this disaster.
Misty Allison traveled from Ohio to describe the February night her community will never forget.
I could see a huge fireball from my driveway. My 7-year-old has asked me if he is going to die from living in his own home.
Since the toxic train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio senators have joined forces on a bipartisan Railway Safety Act, an effort to enforce tougher regulations.
They compromise safety, cut costs to boost profits. The communities along their route be damned.
Senators grilled Norfolk Southern CEO on what went wrong.
Why did the second hot box reading not trigger action?
Senator, my understanding is that that second reading was still below our alarm threshold.
Alan Shaw said he supports safety reforms like increased training and phasing out older railway cars, but stopped short of other commitments.
Will you commit to supporting legislation requiring at least 2-person crews on all freight trains?
Senator, we'll commit to using research and technology to ensure the railroad operates safely.
Ohio's governor has assured East Palestine the community is safe, but told lawmakers it's up to Norfolk Southern to make things right.
It was their train, their tracks, their accident. They're responsible for this tragedy.
In East Palestine, residents and responders continue to report headaches, congestion, and anxiety. They say with home values plummeting, even those who want to leave the community are stuck. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
Norfolk Southern says it has distributed $24 million to support the community of East Palestine and says there is more to come.
A final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere 1025R with a 120R loader for just $195 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Think Sloan's first.
It's the Mattress Madness event at Steinhafels. The best time to buy your new mattress. Test rest the new Beauty Rest Black for your chance to win a dream vacation to Hawaii. Steinhafels has all the best brands at the best prices. And with our 72-month special financing, your new mattress just got more affordable. Plus, with free delivery and our 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't go wrong. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
We so amazing.
The stylish Chevy Equinox RS. And Chevy Blazer RS.
So captivating.
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer.
Make the crowd go crazy.
The RS family of Chevy SUVs. Definitely worth a follow. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
Your roofing and siding have taken a beating this winter, but good news. It's Feldco season.
Feldco season. It means 40% off roofing and siding with no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2024, so you can upgrade those weather-worn eyesores without breaking the bank. It also means fast, so your home will look its best for the warmer weather ahead. It's the season of home renewal. It's Feldco season.
This offer won't last long. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
She locked him in his room, starved her son to death. The 16-year-old boy weighed only 42 pounds when he died. She could have got 25 years, but she got lucky. Judge Janet Protasewicz set her free. No time in prison. He strangled and raped his 79-year-old aunt. He faced 25 years, but he got lucky too. Protasewicz let him off with only 5. Tell Judge Protasewicz this is not justice. Stop protecting criminals.
Could I get the
Galley Buster burger, onions, caramelized. But actually, could I get those raw, olive? You want the best burger of your life? Gotta be Superior.
Run with Sloan's on a John Deere X350, built for taking it easy. Get yours for $57 per month with 4.9% for 60 months and nothing down. Get a John Deere now and
Power up at Sloan's.
think Sloan's first.
We've got a lot of news coming up. A shortage of critical medicines is getting worse. Why Congress is warning that poses a national security risk. That and more news tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
Here's Gary, one final check of the weather.
Gloomy out there. Here's the live view from the Platteville Quimby Radio Skycam. Lots of clouds, but not much in the way of precipitation. There have been some showers and thunderstorms to our south across parts of Illinois. Can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm down toward the Illinois state line this evening, but overnight we'll see some rain and snow showers. At this point, any accumulations will be less than an inch.
All right, thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks for your help this week.
Yeah, it's only Wednesday.
Yeah, it's true. We'll see you back here at 6, everybody.